Hey, everybody. It's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie. And we are back today to work on our tags that we started yesterday for our Project 20. So I want to thank everybody who has been joining me and all those who are just coming on. So before I get started, I always like to suggest that if these are the type of videos that you like and you love coming over and chatting with me, then please make sure you give this video a thumbs up before you leave, and also hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when more videos like this one come out. And if you're not a subscriber already, then I highly recommend that you subscribe. This is a fantastic channel. We have a great group of people here that kind of converse when we're on live. So I welcome everybody. So earlier today, I actually released a digital kit, and it is these beautiful leaves. So if you didn't see that video, it's the one right before this one. And it actually has 4 pages to it. And I'm going to actually be using these this evening for the tags as well. So this is what they look like. They have like some really nice colors. I just printed this out myself. So, and then it has 1 page that's just the black and white only. And I did that purposefully so that you can have some space to kind of color in things yourself. So I'm going to do that today too. That's a great way for you to be able to match these lovely leaves with any project that you're going to be working on. And you can also, if you don't have like a good printer or you don't feel like printing, you can also purchase the leaves as well. You get 32 pieces in a pack, and so you can get that over at pleasantcreations.com. So there's a link in the chat, and there's one as well below. And do anything with them, but you could definitely use these. You could definitely use these in other projects as well. So it looks like we might have a little buffering going on. I hope the video doesn't do like it did yesterday. I think it was fine when we were on, but as it went along, it got kind of crappy for the replay. So I can't really apologize for that because it wasn't my fault. That's my excuse. It wasn't my fault. But today I tested things this morning to make sure everything was working properly. And I've actually been on in the background for a while, trying to watch the feed and see how it was doing. And it's looking pretty good today. So I think we are okay. Excuse me. So we did our tags, and we also punched a little hole. Let me put this back up here. We punched a little hole in the middle up here so we would know where the middle is. This is not really going to be the actual hole that we're going to use because it's way too small. So we can put those to the side, and we'll put our tag punch to the side also. And then the next thing we did was we pulled out some different types of pages because we're going to use these for our background. And I use pages from this paper pack here, and this is up in the shop as well, and I have a link below to these also. And there's vintage papers in here, note pages, there's music pieces, there's also atlas or map pieces. Also, they're bigger than these are actually some of the offcuts, so these are scraps that I'm using, but as you can see, the pieces here are much bigger. So that's what I'm using now. So I actually have some that I did yesterday, so let's see how many we have. Hi Laura Lynn, you was wondering where I was at. I'm right here. I'm trying to be consistent and come on at the same time. So at 6 o'clock, you can always look on the channel, and I'm probably going to be here. So I'm going to count these: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I'm going to do a few more of these. And let's see here. Y'all just hold on. I'm actually setting my timer because I'll be going over too much. So we're only going to work on this for like an hour or so. Maybe we'll get finished today, but I don't think so, because this one, it's not a hard project, but it's a bit lengthy. So I'm putting my stopwatch on. Oh, my stopwatch been going since yesterday. It's been 23 hours since our last video. Since we started the last video. Okay, I'm starting. So I got my phone right here, so I got it going now. All right, so I'm going to do a few more of these pages, and I'm just trying to find some of the interesting parts of the page. And let me get my We Are Memory Keepers tear guide out, because that's one of my favorite things to use these days, is that guide. And I'm just gonna also make sure that the edges of these are all kind of ripped off as well. And let me get my little garbage bowl, so to speak. This is my garbage bowl here. At least that's what I'm calling it, my garbage bowl. And let's do this side here, because I want all the edges to have like that ripped look. So if you are kind of new to the channel, or you're just coming on and you're wondering, what the heck are you doing? I started doing what I call a Project 20. And a Project 20 is doing 20 pieces of ephemera that I can use in my books, that I can use in any of my books. So I'm kind of doing assembly line fashion, which is going to be super duper helpful. And so if you feel like you're kind of in a rut, you can do the Project 20 as well. And I was telling everybody yesterday that I didn't want this to be a challenge, because challenge sounds difficult to me. And I didn't want it to be difficult. I wanted this not challenge. I wanted this project to be fun and peaceful and, mindless. That's what I'm going for. So I don't want it to be not mindless. Hey, Rachel. Thanks for joining me. Hello, hello, hello. And we are just making some backgrounds for the pieces that are going on the tags today. This is part 2 of our tags. And I didn't finish the tag yesterday because it was just, I already knew, because I've done 20 of those tags, that I knew it was going to take me a while to do. So like about 4 hours. So I decided to kind of break this up so you all will still come back and watch me. Because you might not want to watch me if you have to wait too long. So here's some more of this beautiful atlas paper as well. And I always include atlas paper in the paper packs, because atlas paper is cool, or matte pages, whatever you want to call it. And I also love using this tear guide, because it's giving me life. It's making my life so much easier. And I tried to put links below to the things that I'm using, to the supplies and gear that I'm using, because I am a gadget girl. So I love gadgets. They also just make your life so much easier as well. So how is everyone doing on this wonderful evening? Our weather is much better than it was yesterday. It wasn't horrible yesterday, but I think it was kind of the source of my video problems. And I just have to remember to just check everything before I get started, which I didn't do yesterday. So hence I had some video playback issues. But that's the life of a YouTube creator. I'm like the production manager. I'm the host of the show. I have to get things ready. I'm my own assistant. I have to get things ready in advance. It's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. So you other YouTube creators, y'all know the struggle is real. It's real, but it's fun. So that's the main reason why we do it. It's real, but it's fun. All right, so I'm just going to do a few more pieces Gotta have our music sheets. And rip, rip, rip. These are ripping really nicely too. Because some of the music sheets I have, they're like really old, and I don't really work with the brittle ones, but sometimes they're brittle. So also, if you're just coming on, this is not really a tutorial, but I will be telling you everything that I'm doing. So if you want to follow along, you may do so, of course. So what did you all spend your day on? It's, you know what? TGI Friday. TGI Friday. It's Friday. The weekend's coming up. I'm going to try to come on tomorrow and just kind of do a recap of the things that we did this week. I'm not sure for real, if I'm going to be able to come on tomorrow or not. But I'm going to try, because I'm going to have a little baby tomorrow. I got to do some babysitting. My son has a little baby, and so I take custody of the baby every other weekend. So we can have our fun time together. Okay, I think I have enough pieces for the background now. So then I'm going to put these aside. And I don't think I need this either. And then so the next thing I want to do, put that out the way, is I want to work on my leaves that came from the digital kit today. So I'm going to cut these down, but before I cut them down, I'm actually going to do a spot of coloring here. I just want to make sure I have like a nice variety. These are some of the cards that I cut down for the demo, so I'm going to use these. And here's some that I already colored. Don't they look beautiful? So I'm going to actually color these, and I got my brand new Tombow markers out so I can use those. And let's see, which ones did I use already? So we can use something different. Let's see, we have green, kind of like I think that's that color, and then this was that color right there. Okay, so we're gonna do some different colors here so we won't have the same colors. So these are pretty quick to fill in. So let's do this pink here. I'm gonna need my eyeballs for this one. So I guess I hope you guys had a very good week, because it's TGI Friday. And I had a good week. I had a really productive week this week. I got a lot of stuff done. So, let's see. I can kind of take my time coloring these. On the demo, I was rushing a little bit, but they color in pretty quickly, I have to say. Let's see. And I love these Tombow markers. They seem like they're a bit easier to handle than the Artist Loft ones, even though both of them have a really nice tip on them. And I probably would have gotten the Artist Loft brush pens if they would have had the colors that I wanted. But in true Michael's fashion, they only have a few of everything. I don't really get that, because I know they get thousands of people that come through that store every day. I know those thousands of people can't be cleaning them out. They should have the stuff that I want. I'm like Veronica on the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I want it now. But they didn't have it now. All right, let's go to our next one, and let's try this light blue and see how this light blue looks. Let's see. I like being able to put the cap on the back of my pens, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. This is fun too, because I like coloring. So this is definitely fun for me. So these are going to go on our tags. But you could use these for fur. You can use these for some other things as well. So this is like a great base to some ephemera. I think I'm going to call it like ephemera base. There we go. And right before I came on, Google actually knocked me off of my account again. So I don't know what's going on with this account. It's a little crazy. I'm not really getting why I'm getting kicked off my account. And I think I'm kicked off again. Let me see. Let me see if I can. This is like really, really weird. Oh no, I'm still on. I thought it kicked me off, but it didn't. It's like, how you gonna kick somebody off right in the middle of their live stream? But now I can keep it streaming, and you all will probably still see me while I'm fixing things. So I'm learning more and more about my live stream, even though I thought I knew a lot, but I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't know as much as I thought I did. All right, next one. Let's try. Let's do purple. Did I do purple? Because I thought I did purple earlier. I did do purple. Oh, I wonder which purple, because there's two purples in here. There's a dark purple and then there's like a lilac. So let's see. Got to do a test. So I think the lilac one is the one that I did. And this one is a little bit different. I don't like it when they put pens that the colors are so close to each other. That's not fair. It's like you're not getting your money's worth. I don't know why they do that. I want to get my money's worth. Especially these pens. These pens were kind of on the expensive side, but I was able to use a coupon at Michael's, and in this case it was worth it, and because they had like 50% off yesterday. So I didn't know they had 50% off when I got there, but it was a happy surprise, I tell you that much, because I think these were like around $26 for the set. And I wasn't, believe me, I wasn't going to buy it without the coupon. So I got my coupon. And I like these too, because the more you paint on it, the darker it gets. Ooh, I like that color. That's very, very nice. All right, so next we have here, let's do this supposedly darker pink. So where's the other pink that I used? Did I use this one already? See, I got two pinks here too. So let's see how close the pinks are. So that one is supposed to be like a lighter pink. That doesn't even look like the top. And then this one, close but more pinky. So I think I used that one already. So we're going to use the more pinky one now. One here. Now I'm not going to color all 20 of these. I'm going to use some that I already have, but I wanted to color in some of them, because I do want to have like lots of different colors for the tags, because that's how we roll, people. That's how we roll. Lots of different colors. So if you're watching this on the replay, I may be chatting with the folks in the chat box. A lot of times I'm just talking to myself. Because I don't mind talking to myself. I always get the answers that I want. I never get into an argument with myself. It's just a joy to work with myself. All right. Let's see where we at on time, because we don't want to spend too much time. Let's see. We're 14 minutes in, so we're doing very, very well. All right, so what I'm going to do next, because I think I have enough colored in for now. And so let's put our markers on the side here. Move some of this stuff out the way. And, get my big old rotary cutter out my lovely cutter. And this right here, this is just like some plastic hanging off because it has like a coating on it, and I just refuse to take the plastic off, so it's not damaged or anything. In case you all were wondering about that, it is a-okay. All right, so move this over a little bit out of my way. All right, so I'm not doing any measurements. I'm just going right down the middle of this because I want this to be mindless and I don't have to think about it too much. So the nice thing about these two is that for each of the colors that are already on here, they have a different type of design on them. So that'll make each one of my tags different too. All right, where's my little trash thing at? And I always like leaving like a little piece of white down at the bottom, so because it kind of gives me the feel of a photo, so that's why I do that. I'm gonna cut a little bit more off of this one. This seems a little fat, and I'll probably cut some off the bottom of those too. So let me just continue on here, and if I need to go back and cut some of these down, I will, but this is definitely mindless. It's definitely what I'm going for. So what do you all have planned for this weekend? You have any big plans for this weekend? I am on Saturday, like I said, I have baby duty on Saturday, which I decided to torture myself and do that. Go on baby duty because I love my kids so much. I love my granddaughter so much, so I like spending time with her. And she's a trip. She likes to walk, so she's only 2 years old. But if you say we're gonna go for a walk, she's like all in. Let's go. She could be crying, she'll stop crying, and she will be ready to go for a walk. So that's like her kryptonite. So I hope as she gets older, she'll continue to want to go on a walk, because that's good exercise, especially for kids these days, because they don't like to go outside. I know me, I didn't like to go outside, but we played outside. That was the only thing that you did, was played outside. We didn't have like video games, and we only had like 5 channels to watch. I know that's really saying my age then. But yep, we got outside. We had a good time. I was talking to my yard guy. We were in my backyard because I have some trees that need to get cut down. And I forgot what he called, like these little round things that were falling off the trees. Of course, I'm from up north, so I don't know what the name of the tree is. But they had like these hard little berry things. I don't think you can eat them. Maybe the animals can eat them. And he was saying that they used them like as weapons. That was like their BB shots, and they made like a little makeshift gun with those little balls to shoot people with, and he said they would use like Crown Royal bags. Now, I didn't ask him. Where did you kids find a Crown Royal bags at, but he said they use Crown Royal bags like to hold the ammunition. I thought that was so funny because you know what? When we was kids, we did something very similar. We actually made weapons out of bottle tops. So the part that you like take off the can, we use those for weapons, and we use Crown Royal bags. And I don't know where we found the Crown Royal bags at, but we use Crown Royal bags to hold our ammunition. And I'm surprised that we all still have all our eyeballs and nobody died during our little makeshift gunfights. But now, people they like to do the for real guns. So, all right, I'm not going to use this one since I already painted some in. And I think we have, actually, I think I have more than 20. So let's count here and see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we got way more than 20, which is okay because I can do some other things with these too. Because these, again, will make a great base for something else. And you can actually cut these down. We used some of these the other day. And we made like these little clusters. So you can see them. I showed these on the demo too. I just still had them on my desk. So we used them in the clusters as well. So you can see the little leaf behind it. It might not look like a leaf, but it makes a fantastic background, doesn't it? And right there. And also, so once you cut them, you can cut them loose. So it doesn't have to be like on like the paper. So you can use them in a loose kind of way. So see, I got a pack right here. PleasantCreation.com. That's my shameless plug. Okay, so what I'm going to do next with these is I'm going to go around the edges of these with some vintage photo. But I think hopefully these are not going to be too long. I think they'll be okay. Just have to give them a little tester out here. So this is going to take me a minute. So let's see where we are for time. We are at almost 22 minutes now. So you can see time flies by when you're having fun. So I'm just going to go through these. So again, even with these little scraps, they make a great base for something. So you could be sitting on your sofa when you're not doing anything at all. And you can actually just get some of these pieces ready to go. Because these will be wonderful, like just even in a collage. So you don't even have to use them on a tag. It can be in a collage. All right, let's see, I'm just going to check and make sure everything's going good here. Looks good. Because when you don't check things go kind of cray-cray. So I just want to make sure nothing's going crazy. And it's not. We're looking good. All right. So tomorrow, I actually have a few things I want to do. So I have to go early. I want to go to the farmer's market. We have some good farmer's markets around here that roll all year round. I actually, like the people there kind of know me when I go to the farmer's market as well. So I think tomorrow I'm going to go and pick me up some fresh vegetables because I am seriously on low. So I'm going to have to get up in the morning and do that. And I don't know what I'm going to get. So I think I'm going to try to make a list because sometimes I'll get vegetables and I get too many because it takes a long time to go through vegetables. I remember when I was working overseas, I was talking to one of my good friends, and she was saying that she didn't want to go vegetarian or vegan because she said it was too expensive. And I was thinking that going vegetarian is not expensive at all, because I asked her, I said, have you seen how much actual meat costs? Meat is expensive, and I find that my vegetables, they last a pretty long time. So I can eat off some veggies for a while. Um, I don't have anything against the meat eaters. I'm not being judgy or anything like that. On occasion, I might have some meat, but for the most part, I feel like the vegetables go a long way. And sometimes, like I said, they go bad because I don't have time to eat them all before because they're so dang on fresh. They go bad. But even though I've been vegetarian for a few years now, I also am still figuring out how to store things because everything doesn't need to go into the refrigerator like your tomatoes. Tomatoes can last a really, really, really long time. I went to I went to this bar and I met some people there and they were telling me about this bakery. And so I drove to this bakery, which I have to say it wasn't it really it wasn't what I expected it to be, but there was a little place next to it where you could pick your own blueberries. Now I didn't pick my own blueberries, but they had like this little general store where they had all these, I wouldn't say oddities, but not things that you normally see in the store. Like they had a lot of pickled stuff. So they had like pickled green tomatoes and things like that. So I was surprised. I really wanted to get them and try them, but I didn't. But they had like some fresh peaches and they had fresh tomatoes and they were like dirt cheap. And so I bought some and brought those home. And that's when I figured out that wine and peaches taste real good. I actually cut the wine, cut the peaches up, and I just put them like in a glass of wine, and oh my goodness, and some red wine, because we have a winery here too. That wine is so good, but I can't drink too much of it. I don't think my doctor would be happy. So I decided I'm just gonna have like one glass of wine a week. That's it. Not too much, and just savor it if I can. So we're going through these pretty good here. So also tomorrow, I'll probably have the little baby all day long. And I don't like really like trying to do things like on the computer or on the telephone or anything like that when I'm with the kids because I like to like just enjoy them. I love little babies. Plus they when they get to go home, so in a little while. So we have our good times. We play and we wrestle and I'll play all day long. Although, I've been wanting to take my old lady naps, but I'll play all day long with my little baby. All right. These papers right here came from like a needlepoint book. I guess it had like some patterns in there. I tried doing needlepoint when I was younger, but needlepoint is a little bit too involved for me. I need something a little bit easier that I can get finished faster. Because needlepoint is not a game. I was on one of my Facebook pages today, and I saw this lady. She showed a picture of a needlepoint project that she had finished, and it was a project of Jesus, and it was big too. And she did that whole thing. I was quite impressed, I have to say. Quite impressed indeed. Let me just go back here and make sure everything's going good. So, I don't know if the chat is working properly or not, because I don't know. I don't know if it's YouTube or it's me. I'm gonna have to go onto some of my YouTube, Facebook groups and see if it's just me where things are just acting a little wonky. but it's okay. Because usually people are a lot more chatty than they are today, but I think my chatty people might be out and about because it's Friday. I'm still kind of testing like the day, and I pretty much think I'm going to be doing the live videos when I do them, because I'm not going to commit to doing them every day, but I did them every day this week. I'm trying to do them like at 6 every day and be more consistent, and then that way you all will know when I'm coming on, because sometimes I just randomly come on. But I did post a video today, so that might have threw some people off. That might have threw y'all off, because I wanted to kind of release my digital kit, my new digital kit that's up in the shop. There's actually another digital kit that I did today right before I came on live, but I didn't have time to do a video about it. So that's what may come out today, and I'm probably definitely not gonna have time to do it tomorrow. So it'll be in the next few days when I do a video, because I like to do a video on the new things in the shop just to show people how they can use it, give some suggestions. Not really show people, because that would imply that I'm making people use the items, but to actually be able to just some suggestions on how to use it. It's always nice. Might be some things that you would not have thought of, so that always works well. So again, this is definitely a mindless activity for 20, and I can't say that I did my 20 today. Like normally I might already have done 20, but I've been working on those digital kits today, so those don't really count as 20 pieces of ephemera, I would say. No, they do not. But it's a-okay. So on the leaves, I'm not going to try to make the edges rough on those. I'm going to leave them the way they are, I think. Because I did it, or maybe I will. I don't know. I might have to use the scissors for that one. Let's see. We're going to see if we can use the scissors on this one and see how it works out. Got them right here. And these are the Fiskars Paper Edgers Deco scissors. So I just want to, I don't think I'm going to cut all of these, but if I like the way it look, I might. So it would be hard for me to get like to the very edge of these with my We Are Memory Keepers tear guide. So it'll be easier for me to just use these. So it has like a bit of a scalloped edge. So I kind of like that. Let's see how it looks with the vintage photo, and maybe I'll cut the rest of them with this as well. Because technically, this is a piece of ephemera by itself, so I can say I did my 20 for today. I know that's a little cheating, but I can say that I did that. I'm going to do something else too. Those Tombow markers that I use, those are water-based, so I don't know like if some water hits them, they would like just go crazy or not, but I have to test that. But I am going to, so you see how blue this is? So I'm going to try to knock that blue back by just taking some vintage photo. And it's okay that it's all over. Ta-ta! It makes it look a bit more vintagey. And I could go over like the whole thing, but I know on these, I just went around the edges only, and it still looks pretty good. So I like that. But on this, I'm just going to go just over the middle part and see how that works out. So before I start using the vintage photo again, I'm going to cut some pieces. Let me count again because I mixed them all up. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So we're just going to try to just do our 20 for today. So let's see here. All right. So let's do some cutting. It's probably going to take up all my time for today. But I'm okay, because I am not in any rush to get this done. I do want to get it done, but I'm not in a rush. I like how I could just print these out. I'm telling you, it's a time saver for sure. It is a time saver. Let's put this under here and save us some more time by just putting our trash right into our little trash bin. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you shove off. I know some people can't stay on for the whole video, and even if you're on for the replay, I would appreciate it if you gave the video a thumbs up. And also, I would love to hear your comments as well. Are you working on a project 20 like me? That would be kind of cool if you are. Let me just check something else here. Make sure this is running properly. I'm gonna check on my telephone too. Yep, it's working. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Miss Hutton. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, because sometimes it's hard to know if things are working properly when you don't have the feedback, if nobody's telling you. So I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you watching, even if you don't say anything. I still welcome you to our community. Definitely. So I was just looking on my phone too. Hey Rachel, I'm glad you're still here too. I'm glad you all are still here. You're probably like calmly listening to my voice and working on something as well. So I get it. It's okay. So that's one thing about these scissors is sometimes some edges don't really flow the way you want them to. See, look at that. So they drive me a bit nuts sometimes when I use them. Hi Martha, thank you for joining me as well. I'm happy to have you here. This is a good day to craft, isn't it? Going into the weekend, it's like you're winding down from work and you're winding up for a fun weekend, which sometimes weekends can be kind of tiring too. For sure. Sometimes I can't wait to do some crafting. I'm a little out of control that way. Because crafting makes me happy. I was thinking about doing a craft show. Have any of you ever done a craft show? I don't know how that would be for a journaler. I haven't really seen anything on YouTube where journalers actually go and sell their wares at a craft show. I would love to see that. I might be one of the few that do it, but I don't know when that's going to happen because I have a fear. I have a fear that I'm going to go do a show or go to a flea market or something and nothing sells. But I guess that's what kind of holds us back. These are coming out a little wonky. A lot wonky. All right. I think that's enough of these because I'm not really feeling these scissors, to be honest with you. Hey, Judy. Oh, you didn't get a notice? I don't, YouTube does that sometimes. Even when you hit the notification button, sometimes you still don't get notified. That's why I'm trying to be more consistent with the times that I come on. So you'll know that at least if you're looking for some crafting time with a friend, you know to look at my channel around 6. And hopefully I'll be here. Because I keep saying I'm not committing to coming on every day, but I've been on every day this week, which is nice. And it actually doesn't really take me a lot of extra time to do this. So I'm already going to do my 20 for the day, so why not come on and be with my friends? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, these are kind of getting on my nerves now. I can only use these scissors for so long. I don't know what it is, but I don't get like clean cuts, so they kind of drive me crazy. Although I'm going for the jagged edge, but you see like that, I get these hanging chad, you know. As people in Florida, we don't like that hanging chad thing. It's already hanging chad over our heads. So I'm just gonna do these like I did the other ones. And I'm just going to go around the edges. So let's see where we are for time on this. Let's see. So we're actually at 41 minutes. So it's taking us 41 minutes to do this. So Martha says if you go directly to your notifications, it comes up there for sure. So, oh, you mean like in your subscribers, if you go to the videos that you're subscribed to, or people that you're subscribed to, your subscriber feed, yeah, it shows up there. But I know, like for instance, like Rachel at Scrap Craftastic, who's in the chat as well, who has a fantastic channel. Like if she has a video that she puts up where she goes on live, I'll actually get a notification on my telephone that says, hey, Scrap Craftastic just released this video, or you know, or it's coming. But I do know from being in some of the YouTube creator groups that for some reason those notifications don't come up to people who put the notification bell on. It's weird, because I'm always thinking, why am I missing people's videos? Because some people, I like seeing their videos whenever they come up. And it's one of those snafus that YouTube has. But we're kind of working on their property, so we have to go with what they have. I guess I could always work on my website and do my videos on my website, but that's like a whole lot of work that I don't want to do. A whole lot of work. My website has tumbleweeds on it right now. And all my social media too, it all has tumbleweeds. Everything has tumbleweeds because I'm just one person. I can't get it all done. Because y'all know I work from home. So when you work from home, there's a lot of stuff you got to do. A lot of hats you have to wear. You have to be the human resource person. You have to be the accountant. You have to be like the actual sweatshop worker, like I'm doing now. Just a lot of things that you have to do yourself that's done by somebody else. If you're like at work, at somebody else's work, because this is work too. For sure. So I think this part probably is the longest part of the process. So we may be able to finish our tags in the next setting, because I don't want to stay on for more than an hour. Because I know I value you all's time, and I value my time too. And I know you may have something else to do. And of course, y'all know I only had some popcorn today, and I'm hungry. As usual, I'm always hungry by the time I do the videos, but I don't want to rush and eat. I like to relax when I eat, so I try to wait until I'm finished with my YouTubing, and then I'll make some dinner. So tonight I think I'm gonna have like a chickpea salad. It's either gonna be a sandwich on crackers or on something, but that's gonna be din because I don't want to go out and get anything. I've been trying to eat clean, which I haven't been doing for a long time, and so now I'm all chubby and stuff, so I'm just going to eat clean. I'm not even going to say I'm trying to lose weight. Just clean up. I'm trying to clean up my act when it comes to eating food. Because I do a horrible job. Even as a vegetarian, y'all just don't know. You can be a junk food junkie as a vegetarian and a vegan also. So just because people say that they love their veggies doesn't mean that they're healthy. It just means that they love their veggies with their chips and their nice cream and all that other good stuff. Or they could be just a volume eater as well, which I think I kind of fall into that boat. I like to eat a lot of food. And I'm a foodie, so I like trying new things. I love going to restaurants and trying new things. I remember this was some years ago. I used to work in this accounting department, and every now and then the people in our department, like after work, I'm sure people do that now. After work, we would go out to eat or go to a bar or something like that. And so we would always go to some new places, and I really enjoyed that. But those people weren't really like my friends, so I hate to say it, but I didn't really like enjoy the company. I mean, it wasn't bad company, but it was just like they were like work people. And so, but when we would go and eat, like I would let everybody order their food first, and then if I saw somebody that ordered something interesting, I would be like, okay, I want that too. And that really kind of bothered people. They didn't like that. That I would just like kind of piggyback on their order. I'd be like, I just want that too. I mean, I was paying for my own stuff, so I don't know why they didn't appreciate that. I thought they made a good choice. But I actually was introduced to a lot of good foods that way. So it was a good experience. But like I said, like when I'm looking back, I didn't really like enjoy going out with them because they just like, we didn't have any type of interest in common outside of work. I don't even think people was interested in work that we did. Okay, so I'm gonna not grunge these up like I did this one. I'm gonna leave these the way they are because I like them kind of in a cleaner kind of look here. So let me get some of these flakes off my desk because that Tim Holtz blender is very flaky. Let's see what time we got. We are at 48 minutes, so we still have like 12 minutes. So I'm going to work through the whole thing. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do some sewing. And I know I'm not going to finish the sewing. Maybe. I don't know. Because I want to... So if you see like this one, let me see if I can show another one that maybe you can see. So like this one here, I sewed like partially. I actually sewed partially around my background because I did want to have some sewing on it, and I sewed all the way around the leaf itself. So that's what I'm going to do. I knew I was going to overlap these, so I didn't want to waste the actual thread. So you'll see. I'm just going to go partially over my backgrounds. All right, so let's get the sewing machine, and I will change the angle of the camera as well. Let me move this away a little bit so get everything in place here. Make sure I can reach the feet. Okay, turn that on, and let's see. All right, here we go. Okay, I think y'all can see now. All right, so Let's see, I'm going to start with these little pieces here. And that's too little. I already know that's too little. So even though these pieces don't look like much, once you put them behind something, they make a fantastic background actually. So, and for some reason, I always put the background on the right side, on the left side. So this time, I think I'm going to put the background on the other side because I have a bunch that's already made. And I'm just going to do a straight stitch on this because I'm going to have some zigzag on some other parts. So, and I'm not even going to like cut them loose. We're just going to keep it going. So let me see. I think I can get this in closer here. And tween. And I'm not even looking for perfection. We're just gonna get her done, y'all. We're getting her done. Thank you, Martha. Let me see which side I want to use. This side. Oops. Y'all was looking at the chat. This piece of sewing went crazy on that paper. Because I was looking at the chat. I think I'm going to use this side. So I'm deciding which side that I'm using, which might not be the side that I used the vintage photo on, but whatever. Martha, I am using a Logitech 920, and I think it's a C. I know lots of people are use the Logitechs, and that's because it's a fantastic camera actually. I love it. I've been using this camera for a few years, and I actually have two of them set up. So normally if I'm on and if you see my face and you see what I'm doing on the desktop, I'm using the other one too. So I use two cameras. I try using like the camera that's on board the computer, but it's pretty crappy. And plus you can't really like move it around the way you want to. You can't move it around at all. So the Logitechs are great. You can put them on a tripod. You can actually just set them up on a box, which I've done before. But now I have it set up so it's on a it's not a tripod. It's on an arm actually. It's on a camera mount on my desk, mounted on my desk. So it took me a while to get to this point where I had like a pretty good camera setup. So I'm kind of happy with it. Try to make sure I do this in the right way. Isn't the sound of the sewing machine, it's like so soothing to me. I like it. Which side do we want to use? We'll use this side because it has the most going on. Try not to put things upside down. Sometimes I put things upside down and they still work out pretty good. I was thinking about doing a video on how I set up my live streams and stuff too, because I know that would be super helpful to people. I've been doing the live streams for a while, so it's pretty easy. It's not as hard as one would think, but sometimes things can be time consuming. And I have to be careful when I say things are easy too, because it depends on your technical level as to how easy something is going to be. So when we talk about computer stuff, I always try to be careful about saying things are easy, because I know some people, they can barely turn on a computer. So doing a live stream is not going to be easy for them. But for sure. I'm definitely going to have to kind of break my sewing machine down a little bit this weekend and just kind of dust it out, because it's a lot of paper dust in there, I know. And I don't really sew clothes or anything like that, so I'm not really worrying about sewing the paper. Lots of people, they cringe when you tell them, you're sewing paper? Oh my God. You're gonna kill your machine. It's okay. I want a new machine anyway. That would be lovely if I could have a new machine. I'm not trying to break this one and get another one, but oh, Martha says she has a son who wants to do YouTube. That's kind of cool because you know, that's just life now. Kids are just they should know how to do a lot of things technical. That's life now. And also, I believe if you look down in the description, there is a link to that camera on Amazon. So even if you don't buy it, at least you can get some information on it. I believe I think I have a link in it. I think I have a link in there. Let me take a peek. Let's see. If you go down a bit, it's in my YouTube equipment. Logitech webcam 920C, and I also put it in the chat. So you and your son can go check that out. They have some more updated models of the Logitechs, but I have to say this one has still been working pretty good for me, so I don't plan on changing anytime soon. And the picture is like really good. I originally got it to do like web conferencing and do some online classes, to actually teach some online classes. And I did do that. And I use it for my YouTube channel too, because I've had my YouTube channel since like 2013. I think I had my YouTube channel before that, but I didn't really start posting anything till like 2013. So that's like 6 years. I'm like a veteran, y'all. I'm a veteran YouTuber. But I've never really been that consistent with posting videos, so that's why, you know. That's why we are where we are today, but I'm okay with that. She is all right. So again, I got these papers. The papers that I'm using, they are some scraps, but they're scraps from, they're like offcuts from these papers that I have in this pack here. So it's 100 pieces in here, and all of the descriptions to that is actually, all of the information is in the description on the listings itself. But I love those paper packs. It took me a while to put them together too, because when people purchase them, I like to have things available, because I am a very speedy shipper. When people order stuff, I like to ship their stuff out the next day. If I can go to the post office on a Saturday, I do. If I have people that order things on a Friday, I get things out very, 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 very quickly, because it gives me peace of mind personally. I don't know how online sellers, they hold on to things for like a week before they ship them out sometimes. If you're not Amazon, of course, because, you know, Amazon is out of control when it comes to shipping stuff. But yeah. Alright, we're almost done with this. I could do a time check. I think we're still within our time. I think. I'm going to even do these little pieces. I'm going to have to get some more thread too, because I think we might run out of thread during this project. And I think I have another spool of this, so let's see. Yeah, I'm reading the chat, so that's why I'm quiet. I'm trying to work and read the chat, but that doesn't always really work out. All right. I love that ship. It through the UPS. Thank you. Oh, I love my postal workers. And I actually have, there's a little post office that I go to. It's not even the main post office. And I always make sure that I go to that post office because I want it to stay open. And the workers there, I love them. And I want them to keep their jobs in that nice post office with me. So I appreciate my postal workers so much. So we are at an hour, but I'm just gonna cut these down and then let's move this up. One nice thing, I keep my sewing machine right next to me, so that works out. All right, here we go. So I got like I didn't cut anything, so that made this kind of fast. So I have like this nice little I don't know what you would call it, but I have this nice little train of paper here. So now I'm just going to cut them all apart, and then we'll probably we're going to do some sewing on the next part of this again, because we're not done with our sewing. I'm going to be doing a lot of sewing on these tags. That's why it took me so long to get these done. But even though they took a long time, I still wanted to share it with y'all because I thought it was a fantastic project. It's a nice, relaxing project for sure. So you can see, let me see if I can show you a paper here. I only sewed, let's get in here. I only sewed like from here to here and from here to here. So I didn't sew down here. And on some of them I went the other way. I sewed from here to here and here to here because I know part of this is going to be covered up. So why waste the thread and the time to go all the way around? I knew exactly what the purpose of these pieces were going to be. But they could still be used in a collage though, so, or some other project. So I'm going to say technically, my 20 pieces of ephemera are done for today. That's what I'm going for, but I'm probably going to do some other stuff later after I get off the video as well. My nose is a little stuffy today. I don't know why. I haven't been anywhere. Sometimes my nose just acts crazy. I feel nasally. Just a little bit nasally. Make sure. Yeah, the video is definitely doing much better. I don't know what was going on yesterday with the video. I hate it when I do like a whole long live stream and then the playback is just crappy. Like my voice was good, and it did that twice this week. My voice was good, but the video, it just kept like doing that stop go action. And I didn't like that. I'm not going to delete the video, but it's like I don't want people to think that I don't have like quality videos. Nobody wants to watch a crappy video all the time. And I had a few this week, a few crappy ones. So what I did this morning, as soon as I got up, because I was thinking it was on my mind, is I actually tried to test. I did test everything, my streaming and stuff. So what I usually do is I'll come on, I'll set up like a private live stream. And even though I set up a private live stream and nobody knows about it, no notifications or anything go out for those, there's always somebody on my test. And I don't know who it is, but today it was like 3 people. And I was like, how did they find that? Because it's supposed to be a private video. The only way you're supposed to be able to find it is if I give you a link to it. And I didn't give a link to anybody, so I don't know what that was about. There's some serious stalkerages out there. Ooh, Judy. You're working on a junk journal. You know what? I haven't even started working in my junk journal because I've been, my junk journal that I made for the videos, still has nothing in it. Let me show you guys. It has nothing in it. I'm dying to put something in it, but I want to do it on video on Cam. But I just been busy, so I got stuff stuck in here. It's so lovely. Look at this thing. It's just saying, please come decorate me. Because what I wanted to do was kind of decorate it to some degree, like I would do if I was sending it out to somebody else. So let's see how easy it is to work in it with a whole bunch of stuff already in there, pre-decorated. So I don't know if I'm going to do that because I'm just ready to start working in my junk journal. I'm tired of waiting. But I've been busy anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, so I'm just kind of stacking these so I can put them aside for our next thing. So just for a recap on these tags, this video is number 2 on doing these particular tags, and that's because we don't want to be on here for 15 hours, and we're doing 20. If I was just doing one tag at a time, I'd have been done with a few of them, but that's not how we're working, because I want to do 20 of these tags. Actually, you all, I already have 20 of these, but I didn't do these today. But I'm going to show you after we get done with them. So let's see. Oh, that is awesome. That's awesome, Judy. So we did these. So we got these, and I'm just going to clip these back together, and I'm going to clip these pieces on here. Let me see if I can clip everything together. And we have these ready to go. So we're going to do some sewing on these next time and start attaching things. And then we got to get some fabric out too, because I'm going to put some fabric on these also. There's a lot to be done with these 20 tags, but when we get finished, we're going to have 20 tags. Nope. This is too fat. I don't think I can get it all in here. Got to find I'll put it in the envelope because I don't want to mess them all up. All right, you all. I want to thank everybody that came on with me today. So Laura Lean and I think it's Annette, I hope I said your name right, and Rachel and Judy and Martha. I want to thank all of you all for coming on with today. I really appreciate it. And I am going to attempt to be on tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And that's a big if, because tomorrow I don't know if I'm going to be on or not, and Sunday. But we are definitely going to be working on our tags, and I don't know if we're going to get finished with them or not, because we still have a lot to do with these. So I am going to shove off. I just want to thank everybody again for coming on with me, and I will see you next time on the next video. So with that, I'm going to say love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life.